I'm sitting straight and I'm looking at the camera. It's like, I think the camera's like not sitting straight. Huh. Anyway, you guys, welcome to another episode of Sunscreen Saturday, and today I'm taking a look at the DRMTLGY Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46. This is tinted, and this is a hybrid, I believe, of, well, let me check. Zinc oxide 12% and octinoxate at 7.5%. They're saying right here that it's anti-aging, and there are some good ingredients in here. I don't know that they're anti-aging, but we have some niacinamide, which is a great ingredient. We have glycerin, which is great. It's a humectant. We have tocopherol, fantastic, and sodium hyaluronate. So those are the wonderful things in here. And this is 1.7 fluid ounces, which is, you know, pretty big. And it's only around $23. So those are all great things. Today, we're going to see how it works with makeup. So, if you've never been here before, in order to get the SPF that is written on the bottle, you have to put on a quarter teaspoon for a man for the face. Women are generally a little smaller, so I figure a heaping quarter teaspoon is probably going to do it for me for face and neck. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it shimmy it around here a little bit. 6. There's still areas that are not full. 7. So I guess 7 would probably do it. And that's how much you need for your face and neck. That's what it looks like in your hand. I put on my skincare probably 15 minutes ago, and it's definitely dried. In fact, I wanted to sit down and do this right away because I don't want to get any of that transepidermal evaporation. And this is feeling creamy, but not heavy creamy, but not serumy. It doesn't feel sticky at all, and the tint is, you know, obviously to help with the zinc, which is white, but for me, it's not a bad color. Other tinteds that I have tried before, like the Elta MD, absolutely turn orange on me, and then you kind of have to fight against that with your foundation. So that's portion number 1. And we'll give that a second and put some on the neck while that kind of works in. I mean, this is a good tint color for me, actually. I don't have much left on the hand, actually. I got a lot going there. It feels really nice. And now I'm just gonna do this. Hi, Lucy. All right, let's make sure we got by the hairline, and we don't have anything building up by the eyebrows. I'm gonna just dab a little bit under the eyes. I tried a foundation yesterday where I felt very comfortable putting it under my eyes, and my eyes were stinging all day long, and then they started watering, and it was a disaster because I think they kind of creeped into my eyeballs. So I don't really like to put the sunscreen around the eyes. All right, so let's give this, it's 20 to 10, and I want to give this 10 minutes to set up, and then we'll come back and put on some foundation. All right, you guys, I'm back, and as usual, we're going to go in with the Reboot Makeup Forever. However, my 10 minutes that I waited for this to set up, I decided what a great time to clean the bathtub, and then I thought, well, I can't go in with my foundation when I just use soft scrub on my tub. I mean, it smells like sponge and soft scrub. So it's going to take a while for my hands to be, you know, clean from that. So I'm going to do Beauty Blender. I'm going to start with 2 pumps, but, you know, with Beauty Blender, it doesn't go very far very fast. It seems to have oxidized just a little bit, not a lot. And I have been having issues with my camera that I can't figure out where the color jumps. Like yesterday I did a video, I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was another sunscreen. And one of the files was really orange. So there were like 5 files in it. I'm gonna have to do another pump. And one of the files is just oil. orange for reasons I do not understand. And the color everywhere else was fine. So I can't really figure out why my camera kind of jumps around so much. So what you are seeing right now, I did turn off the camera and turn it back on to clear it. Sometimes that helps. So how's it working? It's working really good. Now usually I go in with my fingers, which is more problematic usually around the nose. This isn't really fair going in with a beauty blender to other products that I tried. But with the beauty blender, there's like no problem at all. Zero. It is getting very, very hot. Summer is on the way. So usually I would go in with some other products. I would go in with a bronzer or a powder blush, but I can feel that I'm starting to glow. So I'm going to stop here, turn on the fan, and cool down, and come back to do some more makeup. Okay, fan is on. I've turned it low, so hopefully you don't hear it. I put a hair clip on my strap so it wouldn't flap around too much, and I'm beginning to cool down. Let's go in with a little bit of this. This is Tarte, and the color is Seychelles, and it is a cream bronzer. And see how that works. I kind of feel like I don't need any bronzer with this foundation. It's funny, I was thinking I was getting a little darker already in the season from a couple of walks with Lucy at, prime time. And then when I used this again yesterday and the day before, I thought, oh, you know what, I think this foundation actually is still a little too dark for me. It works though. No problems at all with the cream. Now, powder. So I'm not powdering my face first. We're going to go in with a powder blush. And this is the Hermes in Rose Plume. Look at all that. I don't think I've actually used it with the Wayne Goss brush, which is what I usually use, but I just got some more brushes. So, oh, the scent is, oh, I just can't get over how scented this is. Not a problem at all. Very exciting. This is a good price, you guys, for especially considering how much product is in here. So if this works for me, I'm going to be kind of excited about it. I do find zinc to be drying. That is my personal issue. That's one of the reasons I really don't like mineral sunscreens at all. I find them to be drying. Now they put some moisturizing and hydrating ingredients in here, but that doesn't mean that just because it feels good that it isn't actually drying the skin. Do you know what I mean? So let's do a little bit of powder on the face. I also don't feel like I'm too shiny, honestly. I don't know that I really need powder, but I think the powder is a very good test. And the forehead is, to me, like the best place to see what's going on here. And I just like to buff out the edges so it's not so obvious where it starts and finishes. Really nice. Really nice. Powder right here. I haven't done any concealer. I guess I should, right? So, blush, powder test, pass. The cream bronzer, pass. The powder, face powder, pass. Let's see what's going to happen under the eyes. So I've been using this Charlotte Tilbury corrector in 2. The last couple of days I got it at the Sephora sale. And I just swirl it around a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. And just press. It's not looking so great. I didn't put too much under the eyes, but I think I should have done this a little earlier in my program while there was still some hydration under the eyes, which I don't think it has anything to do with this product. And just a teeny bit of concealer. So you guys, I think everything is looking pretty darn good. What I'm going to do is come back here in about 6 hours and let you know what my thoughts are. Hey you guys, so it's Friday night. I've been editing and lo and behold, my footage wasn't there. I can't tell you how much I want to share and unload all about the camera stuff. But I have a feeling you probably aren't here for that and you don't want to hear it. So I'm keeping it inside. But my chest may explode while I do this outro. What do I think? I have worn this several days in a row. And I went to my dermatologist the other day, and after I was done with my RF, they put sunscreen on me and I loved it, so I bought that. They're very similar. I'm going to do that one probably in about 3 weeks because I have a couple of other sunscreens I've already shot that I haven't edited yet, and see how they compare to each other. But I've been mixing them because they're both tinted and the tints are different. Here's the one thing that can be a problem for some people, not for me, but it does oxidize. Now, back to my camera stuff, I mentioned it in the body of this video that it is oxidized, but I'm not sure you can see that. The clip right before that was a different file because I turned off the camera. And if you look between, that fade, the colors were very different from one to the other, thanks to this camera that I don't understand. So it does oxidize. Now, it's not too orange, and I have to say, the past couple of days, I've been feeling really tan. I'm like, I kind of don't mind this because it doesn't look fake. It doesn't look like I'm putting on foundation that's too dark for me. In fact, I'm not. I'm putting on my regular foundations over skin that has sunscreen that's oxidized. And it's not that bad. It's workable for me. So I consider myself a light medium. If you're my shade or darker, it probably won't be too much of a problem for you. I find it to be comfortable. I don't find it to be moisturizing. And I think they do say it's a moisturizer. It's like, it's okay. But I don't find it to be drying. And I absolutely don't find it to be hydrating. So I have some sunscreens that I love because I just feel like when I put them on, my skin is just being thrown all this hydration. And I adore that feeling. I don't get that feeling with this one. I would say that if your skin is normal to dry, you can enjoy this, you can make this work. If it's oily, I'm not even sure you would have a problem with this if it's oily, but I can't say because, what's the scale of oily? I'm a little bit oily, I'm oily T-zone, I'm a gusher 24/7, you know what I mean? If you're a gusher 24/7, probably not for you. But I do think it's nice, and I do think it's a good price, and it's a lot of product, and it works well with others, and that's what matters the most. There was no balling, no pilling. I applied with fingers the other times. I have applied with actually a brush a couple of times, so I've done all kinds of applications, and there was no rejection. Oh no, I don't play well with you, and then, balling up and pilling on your face. So that is very good. And finally, I just wanted to say that I first heard about this from Penny at Penn Smith. She had said something just briefly months ago. I really like this product. I thought, okay. And then a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago, Tamarin, I think it's Tamara's Ages Beauty, I'm sorry if I have that wrong, she did a roundup of a bunch of sunscreens and included this. And I thought, well, that's two people who have spoken well about it, so I'm going to give it a try. So thanks to both of them. And full disclosure, I don't know if this is necessary or not, but Dermatology did reach out to me recently, and they wanted to do something with me, but what they wanted to do was not agreeable for me. It was really, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So I do not have a relationship with them, and if anything, I would be more inclined not to give this a good review. So that should say something. Well, actually, that just says how terribly honest I am, actually, more than anything. And my friends, that is it. I gotta put this in the camera and try to edit it. I know it looks weird. It's the best I can do. And that's it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you come again. If it's your first time here, please know that I'm not always just completely out of my mind like I'm feeling right now. And I would love to have you come join. And check me out on Instagram. I'm the_hooded_lid, and sometimes I post things that don't make it here. And that's it. Take care of yourself. Be smart. Be safe. Get your shot. And I'm wishing you good health.